So I thought I'd show you what I use for sleeping with headphones. Obviously you can just sleep with your earbuds, but there are problems associated with sleeping with earbuds, or earplugs for that matter, is that you're going to get a build-up of bacteria. It's been shown it becomes a breeding ground for bacteria if you leave something inserted in your ear for a period of time. You're talking like 8 hours on average when you're sleeping. Also, you lose the ability to naturally get rid of your earwax, so you're going to get a problem with earwax build-up. There's also a problem, it can be quite painful, obviously, sleeping with earplugs, and it's really flat against your ear, and even then you're going to get a constant pressure around where you would get TMJ. If you get a lot of jaw pain, it's normally centered around that joint there, and the pressure that it puts over time on the muscles around it, you can get problems with that. So I was looking around for something that I could sleep in without problems, that would stay on my ears, but didn't require it being inserted into the ear. And I'll show you what I found for me, which I like. And these are called SleepPhones. Make sure you get these off the kosher company who make them, because they do, eBay have a lot of cheap knockoffs, which I did try, and I found that the little speakers they use were much cheaper quality, pretty crappy really, but also they were very bulky, which made the whole point of them a bit useless because it became uncomfortable to use. Now, so basically it's just a couple of speakers in a headband at the end of the day. So you've got a left-right speaker which goes either side of the headband, and then the lead comes out the front like that. You can buy these standalone, and you can buy replacements, and you can buy the headbands standalone. Obviously it works out more expensive to do it that way. But one of the reasons they're doing accessories is because they don't last forever, which I've found, unless you really look after them. The little ear pads do move inside the headband as you sleep, especially if you're a side sleeper, and the little cords can become detached after a period of time, and that stops working. Also, the headbands themselves, although they're stretchy, they become overstretched over time, and I found to keep a nice tight fit, I've had to cut the back, cut a little bit off to make it a little bit smaller, and then sew it back. This is a pair that's never been, I've never had to do that with, so that's a pair that's exactly how I bought it. And then this is one where I've cut there. Now I must say that would normally be the front. The way they tell you to wear them is like this. Basically is a headband. So it goes over your head, and speakers either side, the cord comes out the back, and you wear it like that. Personally, I found that really uncomfortable and awkward. What I like to do, I turn it the other way round, and not least because it's wider at the front. I'm not quite sure why they did it that way around for the back, but anyway, so I like to wear it this way round when I'm sleeping. Obviously, I'm talking about when I'm sleeping. Walk about like that during the day. So that goes over my ear, that comes out the front and go to my phone, whatever I'm using. But what I also like to do is then use it as an eye mask, and I pull it right over, and I found that really comfortable. It blocks out the light, so you've got an eye mask and headphones in one. So and that's more comfortable. I'm a back and side sleeper, so obviously if you're a front sleeper, that's not going to be ideal. But anyway, that's how I like to wear them. So overall, they're really great, and actually the quality of these speakers isn't bad. You do get a little bit of bass. It is suitable for using with music. It's not going to be like an audiophile, obviously, for 30 quid's worth of speakers here, but it's not bad. I have to say, it's not a bad sound. The other ones that I found that are quite usable for sleeping in are what they call Bedphones, and these basically, they market these as saying they are the thinnest headphones in the world. Well, I don't know about that. But I believe them, they say it. So basically you've got a moldable little plastic cord there, so you can mold that to shape. And the idea is that goes around the back of the ear. You could put it so it doesn't run to the size of the ear, because you can mold it to any shape. You pull that tight at the back, and that just sits like that. So it's flat against the ear. It's not in the ear, and actually, it doesn't come off. It's not a bad fit. The problem I have with these is it is a tinny sound, whereas these are quite a reasonable sound. This is quite tinny, so I don't really use these for sleep unless I've forgotten those somewhere and I'm travelling. But I would use these on the beach or somewhere like that if I'm just listening to radio and some speech or something. I don't need a great headphone. I don't want to insert something in the ear, especially at the beach. If your ear gets a bit damp, it's not really a good idea to then put an earplug in. Again, bacteria build up. Yeah, so that's my alternative. They do send this with some spare earbuds, spare covers. There's a little cover that goes over these speakers. So that's the little speaker, and then you get these little covers, and they send you some. I don't know what I put them in. Well, yeah, I don't know what I've done. They come with a little. Here we are. So this is the case they come with to carry around with, and you get a spare set of the little covers. You actually get 2 pairs of spares, so 3 pairs in all. And that's what I recommend if you're looking for something to be comfortable and usable to sleep in. As I said, you can get cheaper options, but and all the cheaper options I found were not great. They were knockoffs. So if you're going to get these, I would say make sure you get them from the original manufacturers, from the original websites.